Your hands grip the chair arms, heart thumping as your legs shake, just trying to stand from the sofa. And you wonder if this wobbly feeling is the first sign you're losing the freedom to move around your own home without help. That's exactly why I had to make this video called "I'm a Brain Surgeon. This happens to everybody at 80. Doctors won't tell you." Because the thumbnail screaming, "What no one tells you. Once you turn 80, this happens whether you like it or not," isn't hype. It's the quiet truth hitting millions of us right now. Legs turning heavy, thoughts slowing, and no one warning you it's coming fast after 80. Ever reach for a word you've said 1,000 times, maybe your granddaughter's nickname, and it just vanishes, leaving you smiling awkwardly while panic bubbles inside? That tiny blank isn't just aging, it's your brain begging for better blood flow. And most folks never hear the simple fix hiding in their grocery store. Studies show blood to the brain can drop up to 20% by 80, shrinking the tiny pipes that carry oxygen to every memory and step you take. But here's where hope slips in quietly. There's one deep red vegetable that gently opens those pipes again, and I'll show you exactly how one small cup a day can steady both your legs and your words. If this already feels like it's speaking straight to your worries, tap that like button and subscribe to Health After 60 so you never miss these gentle lifelines. Now let's talk about the daily moments this heaviness steals from you before it's too late. Imagine sitting at Sunday dinner, everyone laughing about the grandkids' latest antics, but when it's your turn to jump in with that funny story from their dad's childhood, your mind goes blank, and the table keeps rolling without you. That tiny silence stings deeper than you admit, because it's not just a missed joke, it's the slow drift away from the heart of your family. Then there's the grocery run. You used to zip through the aisles. Now you lean on the cart like a walker, praying no one notices your legs dragging like they're filled with wet sand. And you start skipping the longer trips altogether, quietly giving up pieces of the life you built. Friends invite you to the park for coffee and cards, but the thought of the walk from the car to the bench feels impossible, so you smile and say, "Maybe next week," knowing deep down next week will feel the same. Each small surrender piles up, whispering that independence is slipping through your fingers faster than you can grab it back. And the worst part is you blame yourself, thinking you're just getting old, when your body is actually crying out for one missing piece. But here's the gentle turn. The same heaviness in your legs is linked to the fog in your head, and fixing one quietly lifts the other. Keep watching, because the everyday vegetable that can hand you both back is simpler than you think. Picture this. Every heartbeat is supposed to push a steady river of oxygen-rich blood up through your neck and into the busy streets of your brain, keeping every thought crisp and every step sure. But around 80, that river starts shrinking without a sound, narrowing the tiny vessels by up to a quarter, so less fuel reaches the places that store your grandkids' names or tell your legs to lift without a wobble. Health coaches see it daily, folks who were sharp as a tack suddenly pausing mid-sentence or shuffling instead of striding. And the scary quiet is no one explains. It's not old age, but a circulation slowdown you can actually nudge back open. Experts believe the drop begins years earlier, yet around 80 it's steep enough to dim memories and weigh down limbs, turning simple pleasures like reading the paper or watering the roses into chores you dread. You feel it most in the late afternoon when the fog rolls in and your ankles swell. Two clues shouting the same message. Blood isn't moving like it should. The good news hides in plain sight. Nature packed one deep purple root with a natural compound that gently opens those pipes again, almost like turning a dimmer switch back toward bright. Oh, stay with me because in the next minute, I'll show you the exact vegetable and why it works faster than you'd ever guess. Here's the secret most folks walk right past in the produce aisle, that humble, earthy beetroot, the one with the deep purple skin you might skip because it stains your hands, quietly carries a powerhouse called nitrate that slips into your bloodstream and turns into nitric oxide, the gentle opener that relaxes those narrowed brain pipes and lets oxygen flood back in like a soft morning light. Health coaches whisper about it because studies show just one small beet a day can lift brain blood flow by up to 17% in weeks, enough to sharpen recall and lighten the drag in your legs without a single pill. You don't need fancy supplements. This root has been sitting in gardens and markets for centuries, waiting for us to notice it's more than salad filler. It's the quiet guard standing between you and the fog that steals conversations. Slice it thin and it tastes sweet when roasted, or blend it smooth in a morning drink and your body starts the cleanup while you sip coffee. The best part? It works whether you're 80 or pushing 90 because circulation doesn't care about candles on a cake. Hang on with me because next I'll walk you through the simple trick that makes beetroot's magic kick in even faster. Let me pull you in closer, like we're sharing tea on the porch. That little nitrate in beetroot isn't some lab trick, it's nature's quiet plumber. When you chew or sip it, your body turns it into nitric oxide, a soft gas that floats through your blood and tells the walls of those tiny brain vessels to relax, just like loosening a tight belt after supper. Suddenly, the path widens, oxygen rushes in, and the brain cells that were gasping get a full breath again. Memories flicker back, words roll off the tongue, and the signal to your legs says lift instead of drag. Health coaches love this because tests show older adults drinking beet juice for a month cut their "where'd I put my keys" moments nearly in half, and their evening's leg swell dropped enough to slip into regular shoes without a struggle. It's not overnight, but it's steady, like a gentle tide lifting a stuck boat. 1 cup of roasted beets or a small glass of juice is all your body asks, and it starts the cleanup while you watch your favorite show. Stick around because the next part is the easiest way to get that cup into your day without changing your whole routine. Let's keep it simple, like I'm handing you the recipe over the backyard fence. Grab 1 or 2 beets, wash them quick, wrap in foil, and let the oven do the work at 400 for about an hour while you fold laundry or call a friend. When they're soft, peel slips right off, and you've got sweet, ready slices that keep in the fridge for days. Toss a few into tomorrow's salad with greens and a splash of vinegar, or warm them beside eggs at breakfast. No extra dishes, no fuss. If chopping feels like too much, pick up pure beet juice at the store. No sugar added. Pour 4 ounces into a glass with breakfast, and it's done before your toast pops. Frozen diced beets work too. Drop a handful in soup or mash with a potato for supper, and the color alone lifts the plate. Start with half a beet the first day if the taste is new, then nudge up. Your body only needs a teacup amount to start the nitric oxide party. If this is already feeling doable, give the video a quick like and hit subscribe so these gentle tips keep landing in your feed. Coming up, the 5-minute move that doubles beetroot's power without breaking a sweat. Now here's the gentle boost that turns good into great. Pair your daily beet with 5 quiet minutes of heel-toe rocking while the kettle boils or the news loads. Stand at the counter, rise onto your toes for a slow count of 3, then rock back onto your heels for 3, letting the motion pump blood from your calves up through your legs and straight to your waiting brain, like a soft hand squeezing a sponge. Health After 60 sees it work wonders because that tiny sway wakes the veins that often nap after 80, pushing beetroot's nitric oxide deeper and faster so memories sharpen and legs feel lighter by lunchtime. Do it barefoot or in slippers, no gym clothes needed. And if balance wobbles, hold the counter, safety first. 5 minutes, maybe 2 rounds of 10 rocks, and you're done. Many folks notice the afternoon fog lifts and evening walks to the mailbox feel easier within a week. Add it right after your beet bite or sip, and the two team up like old friends. Stay with me, because next I'll share real stories from folks just like you who got their words and steps back. Let me tell you about Margaret from Ohio, 82 last spring, who used to freeze mid-story when her book club asked about her honeymoon trip. She'd laugh it off, but tears waited until she got home. She started with half a roasted beet on her salad and those 5-minute rocks by the sink every morning. 3 weeks in, she called me laughing because she just recited the whole honeymoon tale without a single pause, and her daughter said, "Mom, you sound 20 years younger." Then there's George in Toronto, 85, who avoided the grandkids' soccer games because the bleachers meant 20 heavy steps he couldn't manage. He switched to 4 ounces of beet juice with breakfast and rocked while the coffee brewed. A month later, he texted a photo from the sidelines, legs crossed easy, yelling plays like the old coach he used to be. And sweet Evelyn in Sydney, 81, kept misplacing her knitting pattern mid-row. 1 small beet mashed with her potato at dinner, plus the gentle sway while dishes soaked, and now she finishes scarves in half the time, needles clicking steady. These aren't miracles, just everyday folks like you, letting nature nudge the door open again. Keep watching, because the one tiny slip-up that can undo all this good is easier to make than you think. Here's the quiet trap most folks step right into without realizing. Cooking those beets in a rushing boil or drowning them in heavy, creamy dressings, because high heat over 20 minutes kills half the nitrates before they ever reach your blood, and thick sauces slow the gentle uptake your body needs. Health coaches watch it happen. Someone roasts perfectly, then stirs the slices into a rich cheese sauce or simmers them into soup for an hour, and the brain boost shrinks to a whisper. Keep it light and quick. Roast or steam just until fork tender. Cool fast. Then dress with a splash of lemon or olive oil so the magic slips straight into your system. Same with juice. Choose pure, chilled bottles stored in the fridge door, not the warm, shelf-stable kind that sat for months. Light and air steal power too. Skip the mistake, and 1 small beet keeps working all day. Make it, and you're pouring effort down the drain. If this tip alone feels like gold, tap that like button and subscribe so these little lifesavers keep finding you. One last piece coming up. The exact Start Tonight plan that ties everything together for clearer mornings ahead. Tonight, before you turn off the lights, grab 1 small beet, fresh, frozen, or a 4-ounce pour of pure juice, and let it be the first gentle promise you make to the sharper, steadier you waiting on the other side of sleep. Roast it while supper cools. Sip it with your evening tea, or simply set the juice on tomorrow's breakfast tray. Then, while the kettle hums in the morning, rock heel to toe for 5 quiet minutes, feeling the soft pump carry beetroot's gift upward. That's all. 1 root, 1 sway, 1 week until the fog thins and your legs answer yes instead of maybe. You're never too old to start healing your body and regaining strength. 1 small change tonight can transform your tomorrow into mornings where names roll off your tongue, stares feel friendly, and family stories flow without a single pause. Subscribe and stay inspired, because Health After 60 is right here with you every gentle step of the way. See you lighter, brighter, and laughing tomorrow.